basic level of strength, but I think you see in the NFL too is like guys are super mobile athletes. They can get in like crazy body positions, like especially on like defensive line. They have to be elusive, flexible. Like they talk about like bending the edge and things like that. And like once you have that level of strength, you got to have like flexible, solid muscle with full range of motion and like just the functional strength of it all. And I think like things like yoga helping you get in and out of like body position can be super helpful. Like I don't know, like heard of guys doing Pilates, like other things, and it's true. Like even though it's a gladiator sport, like some of the guys that are the most successful are like the ones that practice like a little more like calm like exercises like that. It's important. I've noticed a difference in my movement, honestly. So.
There's some former players who've taken ballet here.
Yeah.
What's the nutrition program been like?
It's great. They've really built out Little Galen. I know they have plans to like Nicky, like bigger and bigger. But if you talked around, everyone would say like the food's gotten like a lot better. Like, and it was good before, but like it's gotten a lot better. And I think just like body weight, body goals wise, like it's just become a big like another part of accountability. Is like you got to make your weight. So I think that being a big part of it, our guys weighed in well today. Like we had a couple days off, like over the weekend, getting ready to go into camp. Guys weighed in well. I think like the nutrition we've been taking to it really well. Hydration. We go through like Rachel, our nutritionist, goes through like different aspects of like health. Really, like it's not just nutrition, but like sleep. Diet, like just decision making, but like how it affects us as athletes and like what's important, what an ideal plan would look like for like a lift or two a week. So I think getting guys to understand the bigger picture too has been good too. I was 270 today, 265 out of camp.
You guys have to wait, like every day you weigh in, every day you do hydration check. Is that new?
No, weighing in's kind of like we've done that before, but this summer we had like performance metrics every week, like whether it was like we called it like a rating, and it was like jumping and running, like top speeds, like certain sprint intervals, and that was really cool to see because you saw over like an 8-week period kind of where you were at. So it was like, oh, I ate good this week, whatever. You could see how that affected the performance, and I think that really helps like build that mental like, oh, my decisions of like what I'm doing on the weekend, eating, like how I'm sleeping are really going to affect how I go throughout the week. Our training room's also been like helping. They got like a lot of us outfitted with the whoops, which like give us like the sleep detail and like everything. And I think most of our team has like a lot of our team. Whoever wants it has it. Like that too is just like everything's just in the direction of making us the best football players we can be, and you just can't go wrong with that. Like the support we have right now, like the psych services, like the food, like just everything is just where it's in the direction of making us good football players, making us a good football team.
Have you worked much with Boulevard? That's kind of a separate support system that's kind of building up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like starting to get stuff going a little bit more. We've had like some stuff going on. I know like they're making it for like recruiting and helping the guys out currently, but it's like football. You know, like once you kind of get to July, especially like because that's when the coach like recruiting kind of slows down on campus. Coaches kind of get their time to like be with their families. Like it's football, PRPs, like football camp time. But I'm excited for like. I mean, guys are gonna do well. Like young guys here over the next couple of years, we're winning. Boulevard's pop, like they're gonna be able to monetize their name, image, and likeness well.
Are you a little jealous? Like if you're a few years younger.
Like I'm just happy for them. Like they're gonna have great opportunities. Like they're gonna start life off with a nice savings account, or like be able to do things in school that people weren't able to do before, or weren't able to do, publicly.
Nick, you outlasted Drake for the number. What went into the change?
Just kind of wanted something new for myself, and had an opportunity to kind of like clean the slate. Last couple of years behind this year, put on the old JUCO number, and just I saw somebody made fun of my 50 number, some comment, and I was like, yeah, I could have used it.
Was that your first time wearing 50 or just wear that?
Yeah, it was my first time. I think I didn't really even ask for a number. I just kind of was like, give me whatever. I was just excited to be at USC.
Earlier, you alluded to the discipline over default. What did you learn about yourself this summer?
Just like really, like I think I've gone through different challenges like throughout my career, and one thing this summer too is that I like kind of worked on like the balance, like just talking about like doing like yoga too, is just like maybe not so much focused on like lift, but like the lifting, the eating, like the other aspects of like life that are gonna help me to become a better football player. I think that was important this summer, and just helping guys to be united as a team. I think that was a new challenge that I kind of embraced. It was fun.
No, go ahead.
I think you've seen it done through your career, obviously, in the COVID season, ups and downs last year, coaching change now. What have you been able to kind of draw from that, not just as a football player, but as a young man going into the next step of life?
I think you just always have to focus on the present and whatever it is. Like people that are most successful at their like trades or like their jobs in life are just focused on what they can currently work on. Whether the past is a mess or the future looks bright, like it's usually decided by today. And I think that's something that I've learned, maybe got away from at times, like, and it seems like always come back to. It's just like control what you can control, like, put your faith in the things that you do, and worry about today. And I think that's definitely would apply. Something you could draw from the past.
Did that make it easier to go through just the last 8 months when you've got this immense roster turnover and you've got all these transfers coming in and all this change and all these demands? Just kind of strip it down to something bite-sized.
It's true. I like Taylor Mays is a big mentor of mine. Like it's incredible to have him in the building. Like just he's a legend. But he talks about like it just in like nutrition. People talk about like eating healthy or like eating bad. Like you're like, oh, I'm on a diet or whatever. But it's really just decided by like the meal, your next meal. Like even if you like have a bad meal, you don't have to be eating bad if you just eat better on the next try. And I think that like type of mindset could apply well to anything. It's just like always like what is that current assignment? And if like you're saying all this like the noise going on, like we're getting this guy or we're getting NIL or all this crazy stuff. Like if you just worry about what's going on, like everything else takes care of itself. And I think our coaches have done a good job of like helping us to remember that too. It's just like we're responsible for the present. So.
Got to correct you on